Morning. It's a heat wave today. It's 23 degrees. We're getting fuel. Plow tractor needs a little drink, so we're gonna throw 150 gallons in it just to finish up what we got left to do, so we can get her back here, get it cleaned up, put away for winter. And don't get me wrong, 23 degrees is still a little chilly. My digits are cold right now. I could put my gloves on, but I hate working with gloves on. So I'm sitting in the truck with the heater going while that's putting fuel in. It pumps a little slower because it's so cold out, but we'll get her. But once I get back out to the field to put fuel in the tractor and start pumping fuel into the tractor, I'll sit down and chit chat with you guys because I have an announcement. All right, guys, tractor's warming up, getting fuel put in it right now. I have been seriously thinking about this for a while now. My oldest son bought his first motorcycle years ago, and he never got rid of it. It's sitting in the barn. It's got bird crap all over it. It's got dust. It's just kind of sitting there rotting. I talked to him a little bit about it, and because I've been thinking about doing a bike build, and that is still a good motorcycle. It is an 03 Honda Shadow VTX 600, so it's a great starter bike. And I kind of talked to him. We kind of went back and forth a little bit on a price, and we agreed upon a price. And I brought it up to my wife, and she's okay with it. Let me put it that way. She's not thrilled about it, but she's not poo-pooing the idea either. I personally have never done a bike build before. I'm just like any other person. I've tinkered with motorcycles. I've worked on motors. I've worked on, a lot of stuff. I changed tires, things like that. And I've bought a lot of bolt-on parts and bolted them on the bikes, but I have never physically fabricated my own parts for a motorcycle. I fabricated my own parts for plows and, stuff for farm equipment, but never for motorcycles. So I think I'm going to, this winter, I'm going to start it, and I'm going to kind of do a bike build project and film it and show you guys what I'm doing, and that way you can critique me and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm sure there'll be somebody that tells me I'm doing something wrong. There always is. But that's kind of what I've been really pondering, the thought of that, because I love farming. Absolutely love it. But I have a passion for motorcycles. It's one of those things. That's kind of why I started the whole farming biker thing. My grandson was watching both motorcycles and farming on YouTube, and I'm like, dude, I'm the best of both worlds for you here. So I did a couple videos and put it on YouTube under my personal account, and I got people doing, oh, you should do another one, and that's how Farming Biker all started. But anyway, I'm going to do a bike build this winter. I'm not saying it's going to get done this winter. It could, it might not, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm going to start it this winter and kind of work on it, like on weekends and when I get free time at home or whatever, and I'm not farming and not out on my other motorcycles riding. It's not anything I'm gonna rush to do, but it's something that I've kind of always wanted to do in the back of my mind, is build a bike. I'm not gonna build the motor, because I personally feel that building a motor on a Honda motorcycle is not worth putting the money into it. I love all motorcycles, don't get me wrong. I just feel the value of the bike is not worth putting that kind of money into it. If it was a Harley, something that holds its value, then yeah, I would probably do the motor. you know, Harley, Indian, any of those kind of bikes that hold higher values. But I've always seen the Hondas don't have the resale value that the other motorcycles have. And because of that, I'm not going to dump a lot of money into the motor. I'm sure I'm going to have to buy a carburetor for it, probably some gaskets and things like that. And it might need a clutch. I don't know. It's been sitting so long. It definitely needs new tires, needs battery. It's going to need some stuff. I know that. But I have an idea in my head on paint scheme and how I want it to look, because I've always wanted to build a bike that is a head turner. Not necessarily a show bike, but a rideable head turner. But I've also wanted to build a rat rod too. So I feel this would be the perfect bike to do such a thing, because of the fact that I'm going to start out building the head turner. And if it doesn't turn out just the way I want it to turn out, I can turn it into a rat rod real quick. So that's kind of what I've been going through in my head. Sorry, camera shut off. But at any rate, I'm gonna check this fuel, because you don't want them pumps to run dry. If they run dry, they burn up real fast. Let me check that real quick, and then we'll get back. All right, fuel is still flowing. There's a few things I'm going to do to it that I've never attempted before. I'm going to cut the fenders. Because I look at it as I'm going to cut the fenders. Worst case scenario, I'm going to mess it up and just have to buy a new fender anyway. That's kind of the thing goes through my head. I am going to build my own bars for it. I am going to build my own sissy bar for it. And anything else that might come up, I'm going to fabricate myself. I'm actually toying with the idea of relocating the speedometer and stuff. But I don't know where yet. And I haven't even pulled the bike out of the back barn. So we're a little ways away from doing it. I still need to clean my garage up. I've got 3 Harleys in the garage right now that I need to get out of the garage and get my lift table put in place, and then get the bike on the lift table and kind of go from there. But that's where we're at as far as my idea. And no, I do not plan on building it to sell it, but I'm not gonna lie, if the right price comes along and is offered, I'd let her go. Everything I own is for sale if the right price, if the price is right. But like I said, it's something I've always kind of wanted to do and never done, and now I have an opportunity to do it. But we'll see. It's not going to be a bike that I'm going to take on a long trip. I don't plan on taking it on a long trip, just because of the fact that we have other motorcycles that we tour with. We've got, the wife has a Street Glide, I have an Ultra Limited. Those are the 2 bikes that we tour with. And then when we're just playing around town, we have the Sportster 48 that we just play with. I love that bike. And then I'll have this bike as well. So if we're just screwing around town, the wife could ride the Sportster and I could ride this bike, or vice versa. I don't care. But that's kind of my mindset of where I'm at with it. So, all right, tractor's warmed up. It's not that warm in the cab yet, but it's getting there. So I'm going to finish up this last, I don't know, 40, 60 acres, whatever's left here. I haven't even looked. But let's get back to plowing. Ooh, she's still kind of hard, frozen more. It's going, so we're gonna go. Look at all these flying rats. I don't know if you can see them over there, all the little dots. There's probably, I'd say 50 or 60 geese over there. They should take off flying here in a minute. There they go. Now I'm happy. I got a couple rocks stuck in the disc gangs. And typically, like on the disc, we have this big long bar that we bang the rocks out of, because it happens quite a bit on the disc, but I've never had it happen to me on the chisel plow before. And I don't have any beating apparatuses in here, I don't think. I might have a little hammer. I have this, and I have this. I guess we'll try with the hammer first. This one was just frozen ground stuck in there. That was able to beat out, but I gotta get that rock out. There it goes. Since I'm out of the cab, might as well make sure everything looks good out here. There's a lot of things you can't see from the cab of that tractor. Like, look at these wheels. That's like snow and mud and everything just caked in there. It's like a rock. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to clean out once I get back to the farm. Whew! Alright. I left the cab of the door open, so now it's cold in here again. Garbage! Alright, let's go back to plowing. There you have it. Fall tillage 2023 is officially done. This particular field I did not do the headlands on. I left the headlands open right here. That way we can drive around the field this winter, because we have a lot of tree branches that are hanging over into the fields that the cabs of the tractors hit and the combine hits and stuff like that. We want to clear all these fields out this winter and cut some trees and things like that. So I left the headlands just so we can get around the field and not twist our ankles and break our ankles and stick machinery and things like that to do that. So right now, fall tillage is done complete. The only thing left to do is wash this thing, wash that thing, and I can put everything away for winter, and then I can start on my project. Alright guys, I got everything back to the farm. I knocked off the big clumps of dirt and stuff off the plow and off the tractors. So tomorrow when it warms up, I can get those two things power washed. Sorry, stupid camera shut off because it said low battery. Anyway, I can get the plow washed, the tractor washed out, so I can get those two things put away. But I forgot, I need to wash the two semi-trailers also and get those parked in their positions for winter. So I've got 4 things to wash tomorrow. It's supposed to be a high of 46, so tomorrow's like my last, not my last shot to wash, but it's my last warm-ish day to wash stuff. So I'm gonna focus on getting that stuff washed and cleaned tomorrow. That way I can get everything packed away for winter. I called and made an order today on a new piece of equipment. It's a limb saw is what it is, but it's a saw that goes on the front of the skid steer, so it reaches up like 20 feet and cuts limbs. So hopefully Friday I can go pick that up. If not, it'll probably be the first of next week. I'll run and get that, but you guys will see that in a video, I'm sure. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you in the next one.